Howdy everyone. Welcome to the day trading webinar where I'm going to show you our trading indicators and let you see how they work with the intention of having you like them and deciding to try them out for yourself with our 30-day trial. My name is Paul McMahon. I'll be your host for the next little bit. I've been a day trader just under 3 years. It's gone by very fast. Before that, I never traded a day in my life. Everything I learned about Forex trading, I learned here. As some background on me, I'm a former university professor and former CPA. I've developed real estate and I've been involved in numerous entrepreneurial projects. Here you can see a picture where I worked with Mark Cuban. Mark is a billionaire owner of the Dallas Mavericks. I've been married a little over 25 years. I have 4 kids, with the youngest being 15 and the oldest being 24. I love being a dad and being able to spend time with my family. It's one of my most favorite things. With some of the projects I worked on, I was working 10 to 12-hour days, but I knew that was a sacrifice I had to make to provide for my family, to give them the kind of lifestyle that I wanted them to have. And many of you have dreams for lifestyles also. I was also just driven, determined to find a way that allowed my wife to be at home with the kids, which is what she wanted. And you've heard the saying, happy wife, happy life. In 2008, I was heavily into real estate development, highly leveraged and earning a tremendous income when the market crashed and essentially wiped me out. But I did what I needed to do. I got up, dusted myself off, and found a new horse to ride. And eventually that new horse became day trading currency. There's a quote in the movie Rocky about what determines success. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So if you've been hit hard, I get it. I have too. But I can tell you that you can recover and get yourself to the place you want to be by taking action and moving forward. And that's one of the things I want to encourage you to do today. Things had gotten really tight. I had to scrap and borrow to make ends meet, but we made it through it. Life was very real and at some point scary. However, that's enough about me. This webinar is about you right now. I'm here to show you how trading can change your life. It has for me, and it has for the hundreds, actually thousands of students we've taught. What you should be looking for is a system that works. A system that's been time tested and has some sort of performance guarantee where the provider is not just saying that it works, they allow you to test it before you make any sort of significant financial commitment. And they back up what they're saying. As you watch through this webinar, I think you'll find we hit on all counts. Now guys, don't hesitate to chat in with any questions or comments you have. We'll get them all answered. My ultimate goal here today is to actually get in and take some trades so that you can see for yourself how easy our program is and how accurate our indicators are. What it is we're looking at. So let me tell you quickly about the company. It's not just about our tools, it's about who you're dealing with. We're the ones who are going to be mentoring you and coaching you. And you want to work with someone who has integrity. You want to work with someone who are good people. And I believe we win on both of those counts. We've been in business a little over 13 years. We're debt-free. We've never borrowed a penny from anyone to operate or start the business. We have our own proprietary indicators that were developed 23 years ago. These indicators are based on math, not price averages. And if you're brand new to trading, that doesn't mean anything yet. Just let that go over your head for right now. We'll dig into that a little later. The development story is another story, and I don't want to take up our time now with that, but you can ask me and I'll tell you later. Our indicators are future-based and predictive. That means we're not looking at things based on yesterday's data. So we're not taking chances and we're not taking guesses. We can literally see what the major and minors are doing right now. And that allows us to be able to get in as moves are starting so that we can carve out a little pieces of big moves, maximizing our profits and minimizing our risk, and get back to the rest of our day doing the things that you love to do. I want you guys to tell me by the end of this webinar if you believe that you could trade for as little as 30 to 90 minutes a day and really no more than 2 hours in any one sitting. You don't need to be in front of a computer all day, and you don't want to be. Trying to trade longer, I found, is ineffective and produces suboptimal trading results. The average sustained attention span for a 32-year-old is 48 minutes. So once you start to go above that, your concentration isn't quite as good. One of the other benefits of how we train people is that we do over 10 live trade webinars every single week. In a live trade webinar, you'll see a successful trader analyzing our indicators. So it's a teaching moment where they're answering questions and comments through a chat window and then taking a trade based on their analysis. So you're learning, you're seeing the accuracy of our tools, and you're getting a trade that you can copy and earn from while you're learning. These live trade webinars provide constant repetition and reinforcement, strengthening your trading skills and accomplishment. Does that make sense as a good way to learn? I think it does. Okay, let's dive in right now and take a look at the indicator. I should ask, let me know if you guys are brand new or if you've ever traded before. And if you've ever traded before, just tell me what markets you've traded. And it'll be nice to just gauge who's on the webinar. Don't be shy if you're brand new. Remember, I was brand new 3 years ago. Okay? Hi, Paul McMahon here, Forex Smart Trade. I am going to show you a little bit of trading. Now, this is our principal chart here. It's broken down into 3 sections. This top section is something we call the TNT. This middle section is something we call the majors and minors. And this bottom section is something we call the pressure. We are trading, this chart is showing a 5-minute candle. You can see it up here on the Euro USD. The terrific thing about our program is that our chart makes it very, very simple to trade. In fact, I know you're looking at this and you're saying, oh my goodness, I can't figure out what's going on here. There's too many lines. What we're going to do is we're going to start very, very simple, and then we're going to add a piece of it at a time and add more and more and more till it becomes second nature to you. And as we add each new piece, your accuracy is going to increase, and the key to becoming a good trader is having that high accuracy rate. Right now I trade at about an 80% accuracy rate, and I've been trading about 3 years. We have a dozen different signals, and as we train you, we're going to go over the various signals, and there'll be one signal that kind of resonates with you, and then we're going to create a trade plan around that for you to trade with. Now, as I said, this is a 5-minute chart. In the beginning, we have you trade off of a low time frame chart because it's easier to make wins. It's easier to get little wins and be a little bit more active in trading. I typically trade off of a 1-hour chart or a day chart. The charts can be any time frame. And what a 5-minute chart means is that each of these candles has 5 minutes worth of information in it. So what I'm going to do is, first, I am going to simplify the chart to go to our most basic trade. So I am going to take off the lines on the TNTs. So all we have is just the candles. Then I am going to take off on the majors and minors. I am going to take off the minor lines so that we're looking at just the majors. And then I am going to take off the pressure. So I've taken out most of the signals. So all we're going to look at is basically what the red and green line are doing and where they are in relationship to the chart. This blue line is what we call the overbought line. So when these lines get up above the blue line and are pointed down, that is a sell signal. The market's overbought, time to sell. Likewise, when these lines get below the red line, the market is oversold. And when the lines are pointing up, that's a time to buy. So what I'm going to do, and over on the right here, I've got a 1 minute chart. We don't need that right now. That's, again, as we work on increasing our precision, we will look for an entry off of, when we're trading off of a 5 minute chart, we will use the 1 minute chart to kind of time the perfect entry. But right now, we're going to simplify it down to the kind of lowest factor here. And for those of you who aren't familiar with candles, basically on a 5 minute chart, each candle has 5 minutes of information in it. And a green candle means the price closed above where it opened. So here on this green candle, it opened here, went up to here, all the way to the end of the wick, then pulled back and closed here at the top of the candle. Opposite holds true for a red candle. Basically, that's saying that the price closed below where it opened. So on this red candle, it opened here, it went up a little bit. So we see the wick, came down, pulled back and closed here. So we are not trading off of the candles. The candles just are kind of giving us an idea of how the price is moving over a period of time. So you can see here, this is a downtrend. Here is a little bit of an uptrend. Again, that's adding more complexity to it. Right now, I'm going to keep it very, very simple. We're just going to take a look at where the red and green lines are with respect to this blue and red line. And to make our trading a little simpler, I am going to go back in time so that we can kind of move forward a little bit faster. So I've kind of picked a random time. So we're going to go back to the middle of the week. It brings us here. And one of the great things before, we're so confident in how well this works is that once you've been trained, we let you trade with company funds and split what you make. But before we give you company funds, we're going to have you trade a lot on a live account with paper money. And we're going to also have you trade on a simulator that lets you go back and back test things. So as you learn a new signal, you'll be able to go historically back a year and say, all right, here's the setup. When I see this setup, does it work? Here's the setup. Do I see it? Does it work? And you'll be able to kind of step through historical data and see and convince yourself that, hey, this signal is accurate, 60% of the time, 70% of the time, whatever it is. We've got some signals that are accurate 90% of the time. So with that, let's go ahead and start. And I am going to turn on our simulator that will allow me to also measure how much money I'm making as I trade. And I've got it set up, the default right now, since we're trading on a very short-term time frame, a 5 minute chart, I am going to try to get 3 pips out of each trade. I know, again, I'm throwing a lot of information out at you. If you haven't traded before, this will all become second nature because we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through it till you have it. And I find the best way to learn trading is to have somebody who knows what they're doing take time and explain it to you. That way you get your questions answered. They're able to go at a pace that kind of meets your skill level. So if you're a fast learner, we can go faster. If you're a little bit slower learner, we can go a little bit slower. But the key is that at the end of the day, you walk away with the skills you need to be able to trade successfully. So a pip is basically the 4th decimal place over. It's 1,000th of a penny. And when we're trading a lot size of 1, a lot size of 1 means we're trading a contract for 100,000 euros. So each pip is worth $10. So if I win a 3 pip trade, I'm going to walk away with $30. Again, another part of being a good trader is having the proper risk and money management. And we're going to go over all of these things in detail. But if we can get you to, one, be able to kind of read the signal, and two, to be able to practice proper risk and money management, you will be successful at this. Absolutely, positively, 100%. So if I'm going to try to win 3 pips, if it goes 9 pips in the other direction, I'm going to close the trade. So I'm going with a 1 to 3. For every 1 point I'm trying to make, I'm going to put a stop loss of 3. Now that number is going to vary based on what specific currency you're trading and what your accuracy is. But for right now, as a beginner, we're going to use 3 to 1. So we're starting here. I am going to move forward. Right now we're in the middle of the channel. The lines are coming down, so I'm looking for when these lines get down below the red and are starting to point up. So let's just move forward and see when we see a circumstance that happens. All right, they have entered. They're starting to enter the other side of the channel. They're starting to turn, but they're not quite pointing up yet. Still going down. All right, they've turned. The green is crossed over. When the green crosses over like this is the buy signal. It's going up in the channel. There's nice steepness to the green line. So let's go ahead and take a buy. And you can see it's marked the buy over here. Here's where we entered. Here's when the candle crosses this spot here. We've made our 3 pips. The broker will automatically close the trade. You can't see the stop loss. So it's off the screen here, but let's go forward. All right, we've made the trade. Let's keep going forward. Theoretically, could have taken another 3 pips here since it was less than halfway. But again, that's adding a complexity to it. Right now, I'm keeping it as simple as I can. When the line's down here and pointing up, we're going to take a buy. When the line's up here, pointing down, we're going to take a sell. So let's keep going. No. No. All right, it's pointing down. I am going to take a sell. Keep moving forward. You can see where we are at. So this is where we entered, this yellow line. This green line is where we need to get to have the trade close. Not yet. Not yet. It almost got there. Not quite. Not yet. All right. So it took 1, 2, 3, 4. It took 4 candles or 20 minutes for it to close. Now, when I'm taking this trade, once I've done my analysis, I take the trade. I focus on something else. And I'm keeping an eye on the chart, but I don't have to do anything while it's going. I'm not considering getting out of the trade. I've done my analysis. I know the signal's good, and I just need to let it do its thing. So now we are oversold. So basically what we've tried to do is if we catch the trade here, we will ride it up through the channel. And then when we catch the trade up here, we will ride it down through the channel. So we are just riding it up and down. And on a 5-minute chart, that's worth 3 pips. So let's keep going. It has started to come up, but it's a little bit, it hasn't quite, I'd like it to be a little closer to the channel before I take it. So let's just see what happens the next candle. Now it's still going up. I don't like this. And again, we're adding little pieces of information as you go along. Part of what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these charts is I want to see what the steepness of the line is. So you see here the line was more steep, but it was kind of a little bit, it wasn't quite into the channel yet or close enough to the channel. So I held off. And now we've lost a little gas in that the green candle went from more steep to less steep. So I don't like this. So I'm going to keep waiting. Oh, so it's coming back a little bit. That less steep was a problem. Going back up. I still don't like the steepness on it. going back down. All right, now we've got an up and it's going into the channel. I've got an up. There's good steepness on here. So the steepness here is different than what we saw here or over here. So I'm going to take another buy. And here now you can clearly see. So here's where we entered. Here's the price. The bottom of the current, the red candle. That's the entry price. Here's our take profit, the green, and the red is our stop loss. Again, let's keep going forward. Oh, he turned back. That's okay. All right, he took us out. So that's all right. I've got the signal again. I'm going to take another buy. We are up and going into the channel. As I said, we're not going to win 100% of the trades. But at the end of the day, if I'm coming ahead positive pips, I'm going to have money in my pocket. And that's what we're interested in. So let's keep going. Okay, it just took us out. So actually, we're back to break even here. But let's keep going. It's at the end of the day, we want to be net ahead. So let's keep going. So we're middle of the channel, going up through the channel, down, down, sideways, up, up, up. So now we're overbought. I want to catch it on either end. If I catch it on either end, that's my highest probability to get a winning trade. Still up, starting to turn, still up. All right, now we've got a nice signal here. So I'm going to take the sell. Now, there was other opportunities. As we start to add complexity here, add additional complexity here onto this signal, you'll be able to grab some of these. But right now I've simplified it to majors are on either end of either side of the overbought or oversold. They're turning down or turning up. That's the trade. So I just click the sell button. So here's the exit, the take profit. Here's the stop loss. So let's keep going forward. Okay, that closed. Since we are just entering the channel and there's nice steepness on this, I'm going to take another sell. Go forward, pull back, pull back. Oh, what happened here? Oh, no, it grabbed our 3 pips, so we're good. Keep going. Overbought, going up, overbought, going up. All right, we're coming down. Entering the channel. I'm going to go ahead and take a sell. Going down. Now we're a little bit more than halfway, so I'm going to leave it go. We're overbought again. Overbought. All right, it's coming down. I'm going to take a sell. We got it again. We're just entering the channel again. Since we're just entering the channel and there's really nice steepness here, I'm going to take one more sell. Still open. Still open. And it took us out. So in this little bit of time, we did $150. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we went 8 out of 9. 8 out of 9 is that 88%. So we're trading at an 88% accuracy clip on our simplest signal. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this, and the reason I don't use this signal, is we started at say 5 a.m. and now it's 9:20, so we've invested 4 hours in this if we were sitting in front of the computer. I like to invest about an hour, maybe two. I see my setup and I'll take a trade that's worth more pips than the 3 pips. But what I wanted to show you here is that the indicator is accurate. And I'm showing you here, but I want you to actually use it to see for yourself, to see how accurate it is. And then once you see that it's accurate, then we can kind of figure out what the next best steps are for you. But to see that it's accurate, I want you to do the 30-day trial. For the 30-day trial, charge $10. And it's not about the money. We give the money to charity. It's about getting you mentally in the game. And there's some place in your brain that when you spend money on something, you try harder. So I want you to give us your best effort. And then it also helps us kind of weed out the people who aren't quite as serious. So if you've got to spend $10, if you're not serious at all, you won't spend the $10. So we've got a little bump in the road to kind of get you in here. But you will like it. It does work. And I want you to see that for yourself. So thanks so much. $150 and just a little bit of time here with a very simple signal. All right, great. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now you've had a chance to see our indicators. I've shown you a very simple signal so that you can see that it's accurate. These indicators are proprietary to us. That means no one else has them. When you know how to read them, they'll give you a competitive advantage in trading. As you saw, there's not a lot of information you need to analyze. Our tool is as simple as they come. And there's this theory out there called Occam's razor that basically states when there are competing explanations for something, the simplest one is usually correct. Well, I believe the same holds true for trading. A simple trading tool is better than a more complex trading tool. And I've just given you a demonstration of how accurate our simple signal is. You will not find anything else like this in the world. It is unique. There are tools out there that are similar, but nothing that is as consistently robust as ours. And the best part is that you can verify it for yourself without having to spend lots of money or time. So I'm excited for you to have a chance to test drive it and find out if this is for you. The Forex market trades 6.6 trillion, that's a T, not a B, dollars on average a day. It is the largest financial market in the world. It dwarfs any stock market that's out there. One of the things that makes the Forex market different than other markets is that because you're trading currency, the brokers, those are the people that you place the trades with, allow you to trade on leverage. We're not a broker. We train people to trade with our trading tools, and after you've been trained, we let you trade with company money, thereby minimizing your risk. Now, what does it mean to trade with leverage, and why is that advantageous to you? Leverage means that the broker is lending you money to trade with. And when you trade with other people's money, you're making money on their money. And many brokers will allow you to trade 500 times, that's 500 times what you have in your account. We're going to have you trade at 200 times leverage. So because you're trading with someone else's money, the returns on your money are exponentially higher. Many fortunes have been made because people were able to borrow money and leverage against it. However, as you can make more money faster, the reverse is also true. You can lose more money faster. And that's why having the right training is exceptionally important. It's not just about the tools. As you've seen, ours are great. It's about also the risk and money management. We're going to give you extensive training on that too. And because you'll eventually be trading company funds, our interests are aligned with yours. We don't want you losing our money. We want you making money. And we're going to show you from our 20 plus years of experience how to do that best. We have, as I said, we've got mutually aligned interests to trade. If you have a $5,000 account, if you make 1% a day, here's what it looks like. But first, let me kind of give you a quick overview, if you've never traded before, of lot sizes and pips. The lot size is the size of the contract you're trading. A lot size of 1 means that the contract is 100,000 of the base currency. So when you trade a lot size of 1 in the Euro USD, you're trading a contract for 100,000 euro. A pip is a measure of how we measure movement in currency. It is typically the 4th decimal place to the right of the period. Most currencies are quoted with 5 digits to the right of the decimal. Like here, 1.13478. Now 1.13478. The 4th spot over from the decimal is the pip column, in this case the 7. How much you can make is a function of the account size you're trading, that is the lot size. That's why I look to quote progress and performance based on pips earned each day. How much a pip is worth is based on the lot size you're trading. So when I'm trading a lot size of 1, each pip is worth $10. When I'm trading a lot size of 2, each pip is worth $20. So when you trade, you don't need to do more work to earn more. That's one of the great things about trading. You earn more by just being consistent, doing the same level of work each day and just letting your account grow. Because as your account grows, we're going to increase the lot size to be proportionate to the amount of money you're trading. And with our program, when you do that, we review your account quarterly, and provided that you haven't lost the principal, we're going to give you more money to trade. So again, giving you a bigger account means more money that you'll be trading and more money that you'll be making. So if we look at this chart, 1% on $5,000 is 50, and 1.5% is 75. So if we do 1% a day, that's a $50 increase. We're earning $50 a day. And based on our money management rules, this is going to be 10 pips. I send out a trade every Monday through Thursday that's about a 10 pip trade. And you'll start getting those so that you can see the accuracies of our tools. And I'd like you to copy those trades as you get them. 1, so that you can get familiar with the trading, but 2, just again, I want you to be confident in how accurate our tools are. And with every day, your account balance is growing. So you're making a little bit every day because you're trading a little bit bigger account balance. Einstein once said, compounding was the 8th wonder of the world. And that's basically what's going on when you trade. Because as your account gets bigger, you're going to increase your lot size. And because you're trading a little bit larger lot size, you're going to be earning a little bit more. Does that make sense? In this case, I'm making $80 a day at the end of 10 weeks. $82 a day at the end of 6 months. My $5,000 is $18,200. That's tremendous growth. Now I'm making $182 a day. This is me taking 1 or 2 trades and closing my computer. I'm not sitting there trying to take more. So what I'm showing you is conservative. And if I just keep doing that 1% a day, which is 10 pips, and managing my lot size based on how much cash is in my account, that $5,000 could be $66,400. I know of nothing else that allows you to do this. And I want you to see how great trading works when you keep things simple. And again, simplest is the best. There's lots of complicated formulas out there to trade. This one works. Okay, now let me talk about this opportunity to trade with us. I want to share with you guys this business model of ours. Our success depends on your success. I used to do real estate development, and in real estate, there's a saying that success is a function of three things. Have you ever heard this? Location, location, location. Similarly, there are three critical success elements to your success in currency trading, and that is support, support, support. I have found that it's very hard to learn currency trading without having some instruction. It's too complicated a thing. Now, we're a brick and mortar office in Columbia, South Carolina. Columbia is the state capital of South Carolina. We were originally in Boston and not too long ago moved south for the warmer weather. Our corporate office is just south of Salt Lake City in Utah. We have been in business for a little over 13 years. This entire opportunity is about you trading from your computer whenever it's convenient and available for you. And as you're trading company money, that means our interests are mutually aligned with yours. For us to win, you have to win. So we're in a long-term relationship together. You're also in a situation where when you're trading with us, you've minimized your risk because you're trading our money. You can think of it as an interest-free loan that if you lose, you don't have to pay back. And we're not in the business of giving out loans that can't be repaid. So we're very confident that we can teach trading with our tools to just about anybody, and that anybody can do this. So here's the business model. It starts out with personalized one-on-one training. We found this to be the most effective and efficient way to learn trading. What do I mean by effective and efficient? I mean you learn it faster and you learn it better. Time is money. Yes, and maybe eventually you can figure out how to trade on your own, but I'm telling you, it is going to cost you time and it is going to cost you money. And when you take those bad trades, you say, I shouldn't have done that. But there's also the chance that you're going to lose money and you're still not going to learn the lesson. Here, we're going to show you the lessons. We've been through it. We've done it. We know. You're going to be talking with experienced traders, so you don't have to recreate the rule. And by working with experienced traders, you'll get there faster. Again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So in addition to the personalized one-on-one training, second, we do live trades every day. There are over 10 live trade webinars, and you'll have access to all of those. These are all teaching moments where you'll have a professional trader walking you through their analysis. And as they're good traders, you can confidently copy their trades, so you're getting a dividend on the time you invest. Does that make sense? We're trading together. And by trading together, we're all part of like one unit that all want to succeed. You can copy their trades, so you're getting a dividend on the time you invested. You don't have to attend every single webinar. We provide many of them because we're all on different schedules, busy. But I am going to encourage you to attend as many as you can, especially when you're new. It's all about being able to take in new information. So in these live group trades, the host of the webinar is going to analyze the indicators out loud and visually by webinar screen share. When you do the 30-day trial, you'll get access to 5 of these live trades a week. 3 of them are done by me. And then in addition to that, I also send out a daily trade setup recommendation Monday through Thursday evenings at about 6 p.m. On those trade setups, you don't get to see my analysis, but you will see my accuracy. And the only difference between me and you is that I've learned how to read the indicator. Now, during the trade, you can chat in questions, comments, and participate. You'll hear the host of that webinar answering both yours and other people's questions either during or near the end of the webinar. Now, we supplement the one-on-one training and the live webinars with pre-recorded courses. Here you can watch and re-watch lessons at your own speed and schedule, and then have those questions that you have on the videos that you're watching answered in your one-on-one training. I found it extremely valuable to be able to learn at my own pace, and I think you will too. And what distinguishes us from other training groups out there is our proprietary trading indicators. As I've shown you with our simplest one, they are very accurate. They've been around a long time and been tested. And they've made lots of people lots of money. The currency market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, so you could trade from any time, anywhere, so long as you have an internet connection and a computer. Although most of our training is done remotely, we are brick and mortar. So what I want you to do now is to dive into the different one-on-one coaching programs we have. Trader Lite is going to be your opportunity to take everything we've been talking about today, get behind the wheel, and take a day trading with our company for a test drive. Find out if this could be a technical skill that you could be really good at. Remember, we talked about the market being open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. That means a market is open somewhere when you're available to trade. Always morning somewhere. What a better way to find out than to actually get your hands on everything that I've shown you here and plug into our Trader Lite. The Trader Lite with us has a one-time $10 enrollment fee, and that's going to give you free access to the rest of everything that we do over the next 30 days to really assess and evaluate and see if this opportunity is for you. Once you register for the trial, we're going to have one of our computer specialists call you and make sure your computer is set up for trading. We're actually going to remotely connect to your screen, get you logged on to our Trader University, and make sure our indicators are working, and get you signed up for our various webinars that you'll have access to, and get you assigned and scheduled with a coach. We're going to set up a trading simulator so that you can take real market trades with pretend money and get to see the outcome of that trade you took, similar to what I did today with us when we were doing the trade portion. We even have a webinar specifically for Trader Lites where we're going to dive into one of the specific trading strategies that you'll follow to a T. The rules are very simple, but as you follow those rules to a T and take the trade, this becomes measurable for you. And as you see the outcome of the trade you took based on what the indicators told you to do, what better opportunity to validate this could be really for you. We'll have our own trader chat, which is pretty fun. You'll have the ability to mingle and talk with other traders here inside this trader chat. And the trader chat's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most of the coaches also participate in the trader chat, posting setups as they see them, and you can evaluate and copy. The Trader Lite is a one-time $10 enrollment fee. During it, we're going to download our indicators to your computer, set up the demo account, and give you access to all of our live trade webinars. We're going to plug you into our Day Trader University. We've got about 2 hours worth of specific videos we want you to watch and get the hang of what we're doing, what trades you're looking for inside our indicators. Usually about 2 weeks into the trial, you'll have enough information where you'll be able to decide if the indicators work as well as we say, if you like trading with them, and if our approach and program's for you. When you do, then we'll have a more detailed discussion about continuing the training, the economics of the investment in the training, how quickly you can recover that investment in the training, and what you might expect to make during the course of the first year trading part-time. Well, we're approaching the end of our time. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm guessing you probably still have one more question, and that is, all right, say I do go ahead and do the 30-day trial, what's next? We would encourage you to continue with the training. We charge for that training, and the charge for the training ranges between $8,000 and $24,000. And I know what you're thinking, $8,000 to $24,000, are you kidding me? Well, slow down, hold on. Whether something is a good value or not is not just about the cost, it's about the other side of the equation also, which is what is that investment going to allow me to do? And it'll take about 2 weeks to figure out whether currency trading's for you, that our tools work as well as we say. And then once you get to that point, then we will sit down and spend a little bit more time evaluating the merits of the investment and the training, how quickly you can recover that investment, and what you could make or what you could expect to make during the course of the first year. Now remember, once you are trained, we are going to let you trade company funds and split what you make, and eventually you'll have the opportunity to trade that $100,000 account. We start new traders off between $2,000 and $5,000, but really in order to evaluate the opportunity and the investment, you need to do the trial, 1, to see that it works, 2, to see that you like doing it. Once we get to that point, then we can sit down and work out, hey, does this make a worthwhile investment? And I believe you'll find it will, but you need information in order to make a good decision. And our goal right now is to get you that information that you need to make that good decision. So next step is sign up for the trial. All great things require action to put them in place. Not just thinking about it, but actually taking action. So I want you to go ahead and sign up for the 30-day trial. It's $10. It's the cost of lunch. It'll be the best $10 you've spent this year. We'll get you familiarized with how accurate our trading indicators are. And then once you get to the point that you see that it works and you like it, then we'll go on to the kind of the next step, which is evaluating whether it's a worthwhile investment. Again, thank you for your time. If you have additional questions, I am always available to answer them. The easiest way to get a hold of me is just to go to the website, forexsmarttrade.com, go to the schedule tab, and book some time with me. You can also try calling me direct. My mobile number is on the website. But let's talk. If you've got questions, you're making a good decision, I promise. Look forward to working with you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.